Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to this week's edition of the Weed Cap. We've got a riveting episode for you here. I'm your host, Caleb. With me, as always, is Lauren, my fiance. Say hello.
Hello.
Yeah, you getting no adjectives this morning.
No adjectives?
Not feeling...
Wow.
No, because this fucking movie put me in a funk.
This movie was kind of depressing and also it gave me lots of anxiety.
Yeah, I haven't had a movie give me anxiety like this since fucking Uncut Gems with Adam Sandler, which is also a good movie.
Great movie.
But anxiety-inducing.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the movie this week is The Last Descent. It is a true story of an incident that happened in 2009 in Mormon country out in Utah.
Yeah.
It happened to a guy named John Jones.
Which is a very Mormon name.
Yeah, well, there's also a
Don't
pretty famous black guy named John Jones as well. So it's
John Jones.
He's definitely not a Mormon either.
What's he famous for?
He be doing cocaine.
He be doing cocaine?
He'd be doing cocaine, yeah.
Okay.
He'd be doing cocaine. He'd be doing hit and runs. I believe he'd be beating baby mamas.
So he was a thug?
No, he's a UFC fighter.
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah. That's so racist of you to just assume that I didn't talking
know
about a thug.
It was I thought it was like a famous like burglar or something. Like, how would I know that?
So I say that there's a famous black guy named John Jones, and I say he does cocaine, and you go, "Oh, he's a burglar."
No, because you said
Lauren,
he does cocaine and then he beats people.
Wow, this is
so. No, I'm sorry, I didn't immediately think that he was a UFC fighter.
This is surprising to learn 10 years into a relationship that your brain would go there. This is kind of a big surprise, but I made a pledge to myself that I'm not going to say so anyways, because you were so kind to have pointed it out last time.
It was a lot.
Yeah, well, it's a tick of mine, you know? Yeah. I don't talk about
Well, you've mentioned it before that you didn't want to say it, so I was just trying to help you.
Yeah, well.
Just trying to be helpful, always.
A lot of people trying to be helpful in this movie. So what happened in this movie is a gentleman got stuck inside of a crevasse, inside of a cave. Now, apparently, caving is very popular.
In Utah?
In Utah, there's a lot of caves. I'm assuming that's where the Mormons originated under the earth there. They kind of
they just emerged.
Yeah, like mole men. The Mormons they were formed under pressure by various gases and minerals down there, and then they emerged from the under earth with and they preached the sermon of the soak.
Oh no.
The sermon of the soak. Soaking.
What? They're the ones that soak?
Yeah, Mormons are the ones that soak.
But they can't masturbate.
No, but you can slide it in and just stand there. Or
do they eventually finish?
Oh, I mean, if you're asking me if they finish, I mean,
how would we know?
I don't know.
Is there research on this? Fucking Mormons.
Well, I'm just saying, it's like soaking. They put it in, and then they have someone underneath the bed move the bed. And that kind of...
What?
Yeah, so like...
Who's moving it under there? Your friend?
Yeah, like a roommate.
Oh, like my God. Yeah. I can't.
Yeah.
So now it's really a threesome.
Well, yeah, kind of. Or you just have to try to wait for an earthquake. Like, holy fuck, get on the bed, you know?
There might be a lot of earthquakes in Utah. Or like when a semi drives by.
Get ready for 2 seconds of bliss.
Pleasure.
Yes. Just trying to... you'd have to be hard all the time.
Oh, no, I feel like they're ready to go if they can't masturbate.
Oh, yeah. So a stiff breeze could make me pop. It's fine.
Probably just constant blue balls.
Yeah. So, anyways, we have to talk about... Oh, God damn it, I said so anyways. God damn it. The Last Descent. So he got in this cave with his brother. This is not a funny
movie, by the way.
It's
a very serious and depressing movie.
Pretty fucking funny. So it's not funny that he died, but like, and it's a horrific way to die.
Yeah.
But like, just don't go in the cave. You know?
Yeah, there has to be a reason people do it. The sense of adventure. I don't know.
I don't have that. He was home for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And his brother picks him up from the airport and is like,
right
him
to
and
the
his
cave.
wife and his daughter.
Yeah.
His infant
Who's like
daughter.
4.
And he's
maybe
like,
3.
Nutty Putty's open. Which, by the way, I was like...
Wild name for
also,
a cave.
the fucking explanation for why they call it Nutty Putty was so retarded. He's like, so why do they call it Nutty Putty? And he goes, well, there's a certain combination of rock down there, and the humidity lets you form it in your hands like putty. And I'm like...
No, he said like honey, I thought.
Oh, yeah,
maybe
like
he did say putty.
Yeah, he did say honey. You're right.
I was confused. I was like, what's happening?
Yeah, and it was like...
the honey
what's
cave?
nutty about it? Oh my god, the Mormons. They
emerged from this nutty cave.
They were filling the cave with all of their nut because it's just backed up. I mean, your nuts are a factory.
It's called Putty Cave, not Nutty Cave.
Oh shit, you're right. You're right. That would be funny if it was called Nutty Cave, though. You
can form things out of putty, so like it would make sense if the Mormons were formed.
I keep thinking about if that UFC fighter John Jones had gotten trapped in the cave instead of.
Oh, he wouldn't have.
Instead of the white John Jones. Like, if John Jones was down there and he's like, shit!
Is he a big man?
Oh, shit! What?
Well, he wouldn't have lasted, was he?
Actually, I think his voice is more like Shaq's, where he'd be like, oh, shit. I'm stuck in his cave. Ooh.
He would have cocaine with him?
That's nice. Yeah, daddy like.
By the way, when they descend into this cave, they have absolutely nothing with them other than a half-drank bottle of water.
With no label on it.
With like no label. Plastic... It looks like they just found it in the fucking car before they just didn't plan this at all.
Yeah, and they also, like, this is how stupid this movie is. The brother thought to bring, like, 20 glow sticks to tape to their body.
Yeah.
But not water.
And old-ass headlamps.
Yeah, old-ass headlamps. And then, so...
Also,
they go down in this cave, and they decide to split up. Like, and this, keep in mind...
That's when this happens.
And in horror movies, when shit like that happens, you're like, why would you do this? Yeah. This doesn't make any sense. Nobody would really do this. In this instance... They really did that in real life. The brothers split up, and then homeboy crawled into a crevasse.
That was not big.
No, it wasn't big at all. And he was wedged upside down in it, so he became stuck with his head pointed down.
With the putty.
Yeah, and his brother's like, oh my god, we got to get you out of here. And he's like pulling on him, but then they had to go. He's like, go get some rescuers, some help. The help comes, and they're like, we can't get him out of there without breaking his legs. And then it's never brought up again in the movie. Like, they're
I think it would be too traumatic, though. Think about it. The blood.
Well, first of all...
The carnage. That would turn into, like, a horror.
What the fuck? Were you watching the Hindenburg go down? Think about the horror. The blood, the carnage, the humanity, the suffering.
All I'm saying is, if they broke his legs, he's upside down. There's no way the bone or whatever. It probably would have been too traumatic.
You can break your leg without it coming through the skin. You're talking about a compound fracture.
Okay, you need to people at home. You need to look up the visual image of this man stuck in this cave and try to tell me that if they broke his legs, there wouldn't be bones sticking out.
Well, I mean, it's possible.
Because it's not a good angle.
Okay, but here, at the end, when he starts fading...
And how the hell did he even get there? And
hallucinating, you don't consider, hey, maybe we need to break this fucker's legs and just drag him out of here?
No. Well, they didn't show this in the movie, but if you look up the real-life case, they did use morphine eventually.
Yeah, they said that they were injecting him. Towards the end, he was...
It's terrible to watch a man suffer.
I did read that on Reddit, so I don't know if it's true, but they did say, like, yeah, at the end, they were just shooting him up with sedatives because... He got trapped in a thing where every time he would take a breath,
he would go deeper down.
It would just slide him like a millimeter down because, like, when you breathe in, because the walls were a little malleable, which doesn't make sense because, like, why are you stuck then? But I'm not
because he couldn't get back. Like, I guess he couldn't push himself back up. I don't know. Also, all of his blood and like the fluid in his body was all rushing to the top part of it.
Yeah.
So eventually, his top part would have been bigger than his. I don't know. It's a crazy situation.
Yeah. Did they consider a throatzilla coming down, suck the soul out of him, come back up?
Wow.
They needed a throatzilla down there to
suck him out,
to make him skinnier, to remove that nut, that Mormon nut that must have just been backed up in him. That's why he got trapped.
No, it wasn't backed up because while he's down there, his wife comes to visit him, and what did she tell him?
She doesn't come to visit him. They slide a walkie-talkie all the way down. So
she comes to visit the hole. She comes to visit the cave.
He's coming to visit the hole. No, what I'm saying is that...
Anyway, she's pregnant.
Yeah, she's pregnant. She tells him that while he's trapped in a cave about to die. And, like,
whoa.
She tells him that when he's about to die. Like,
that's true.
Like, why would... I would just hang on to that. Be like, oh my god, this great thing that you're not going to see is happening.
Well, maybe she thought it would give him some sort of hope or something.
Mm-hmm. That's probably what he was like, oh, another kid.
He's like, I'm going to let go.
Another kid. Goodbye.
No, that's fucked up.
He throws the walkie-talkie.
Bye.
Like, fuck it. Goodbye.
Fuck you, Emma.
Yeah.
I want a DNA test. It is not mine.
I told you not to wrap those legs. He fucking bashes the walkie-talkie against his head.
No, I think the Mormon people love a big family. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that.
No, well, they have no choice because they can't use birth control.
Right. Yeah. That's what's going on there.
Yeah, they're withdrawing, I
believe. Can't they just pull out? That's birth control.
That is withdrawing.
Oh.
But I don't know. I don't know. Look, we could sit here and
speculate
on Mormon sexual habits, for the rest of the episode. But in fact, that's exactly what we're going to do. I'm going to do some Googling here. Mormon sexual practice. Because to be honest with you guys, the guy gets stuck in a cave and he dies.
He dies. I mean,
and a lot of the movie is him hallucinating and he's seeing this old man and it turns out the old man's his son. The acting in this movie is fucking atrocious.
There's no one famous in this movie.
Yeah, I don't know why all of these podcasts just devolve into sex talk, but like it's really the only thing interesting about some of these movies. There's no action in this movie. It's literally a man
the action of him hallucinating and having tremors and a hole.
Nothing for me. So the Church of the Latter-day Saints, the LDS Church, has a moral code that calls for the law of chastity.
Yes.
So the church teaches that sexual relations are only proper between a legally married husband and wife.
Makes sense.
Members are expected to abstain from sexual relations outside the marriage.
Sure.
Fidelity, members are expected to be completely faithful to their spouse. No problem. Adultery, members are taught to abstain from adultery and fornication. And the church views sex as a bonding experience within a committed marriage. So it teaches that sexual intimacy in marriage is intended to create children, express love, and strengthen the emotional, spiritual, and physical connections between spouses.
Yeah.
So, however, some LDS members have reported to engage in a sexual practice called soaking.
No.
Without thrusting. Yeah. So there's like a soaking sexual practice Wikipedia page.
No.
Yep.
But it doesn't say they can't masturbate?
I don't believe that they can, other than...
It's probably just, like, frowned upon.
Right, and then I think they might be able to masturbate. I don't, to be honest with you.
I think all religions kind of frown upon that.
Go, people, if you're listening to this and you find this remotely interesting, go to the soaking sexual practice Wikipedia page because the illustration is a penis and a vagina.
Oh.
And then what they've done is they've taken that same drawing of a penis and a vagina, put an arrow going both ways on the penis to show it going in and out, and then put the universal symbol for no, they crossed it out. So it's really just like, you can't thrust, which is not a big deal, if you're
who's updating and editing the soaking Wikipedia page? Like, who's doing that?
Probably
a Mormon
people who are like, I can't wait to
soak
tonight. Yeah. Okay, now here's some related practicing, okay? Oh. Here you go. Jump humping. Which soaking is accompanied by jump humping, in which a third person is invited to bounce on the bed for the couple engaged in soaking, thus generating the motion for them.
Oh my god, they're jumping on the bed?
The external source of motion allegedly absolves the soaking couple from responsibility for any genital movement. If you have to jump through these hoops to come, or Provo pushing, which Provo, Utah is home of the Mormons or whatever, is
somebody's pushing your butt?
Non-penetrative dry humping.
Oh.
And then one of my favorite things here is that, you know how Wikipedia's, they have the see also?
Oh, yeah.
Coitus reservatus, which is a form of sexual intercourse in which the male does not attempt to ejaculate within the partner.
Smart.
So that is I don't understand that.
Yeah, what?
I guess it's just pulling out.
Yeah, pulling out.
Saddlebacking, which
Oh.
is a syndicated sex... Oh, hold on. No, that's not right. And then my personal favorite. This has its own Wikipedia page.
Oh, what is it?
The poophole loophole. I'm sure you could guess what that's about. The poophole loophole. That would be such a good name for a band.
The poophole. I'm sure it's already out there.
So, saddlebacking in 2009. Oh my God! While this was happening, while this man was stuck in a cave, this was happening. He's in a cave right here outside of Provo, and then
somebody's saddlebacking
100 yards down the street, some Virginia fucking Mormons are saddlebacking.
But what is it?
In 2009, after a controversy involving the Saddleback Church, the column defines saddlebacking as the phenomenon of Christian teens engaging in unprotected anal sex in order to preserve their virginities.
Mm.
The term is a play on the word barebacking, referring to sexual intercourse, especially anal sex between men with no condom. So, I thought it was going to be an act or whatever.
Yeah,
so,
that's not that great.
Saddlebacking.
Anal.
The poophole
loophole.
And, and that's one of the perils of being Mormon, is that
I didn't know.
You get banged in your booty and then you get trapped in a cave. I mean, it's
or
terrible.
You just are impregnated a bunch.
Yeah, that seems better than being
poophole loophole
and thrown down in a fucking hole.
Just to make it clear, nobody did that in this movie.
This movie was wholesome, but it was
so wholesome.
I was doing a rewrite. Gosh. I was doing a rewrite when
when we were watching it.
Yes.
You're like, this is how it could be better.
I'm like, I was just picturing like a porn parody of it, where there's like a woman stuck in a dryer. It's like this man stuck in a cave and only his dick is popping out.
Oh my God.
And there's a woman rescuer in the movie.
And they're like saves him.
We got to empty this thing to get you out. His dick is stuck through a wall. Okay?
Oh,
and only his hard dick is out. It's engorged. And they're like, we got to get it out. We got to get you out of here. The cave, there's dynamite. For some reason, it's like a time-sensitive thing. We can't wait for it to go down. John, think about baseball, John. Think about baseball. And he's going, I'm rounding first. I'm going to second. And then, and there's a deep drive by Castellanos that makes it a 4-0 ball game. And it's not. It could, because he finds baseball to be very sexy. Right. If anything, it's making it harder. And begins to bounce inside this rock. And then she's like, oh my God, we have to take care of this. What can I do? And he's like, you know what you can do. And then they do it. And through the rock, and then once his schmeck goes down, he's able to withdraw himself from the rock. That's my porn parody. I am a man with a vision.
You better copyright that or something.
Yeah, and we'll call it.
I can already see people.
The Provo porno.
The Provo porno. No.
Yep. Or you can call it Rock Hard.
No, it would be the Nutty Cave.
The Nutty Cave, Rock Hard. Yes. God, I really should direct porn.
No.
Yeah, I really
You do
should.
look like a porn star director.
I look like a porn director?
Yeah.
What is that supposed to mean? Go ahead, describe a porn director. Describe the adjectives a porn director has that makes me look like one. Go ahead. Just give me 3.
Long hair.
Okay.
Long beard.
Okay.
And
the third?
Just your personality.
Oh. I'm a skeevy. I would love that. Just like have. I would be the guy on set of a porno smoking a cigarette and eating a hoagie with my shirt open.
And just directing, being like, no.
No. You don't want to pull it out that fast. She's going to frost you like a cupcake. Trust me. You got to withdraw slowly. I'm jamming cold cuts into my mouth.
Honey, you're doing great. Just hang in there a little longer. He'll be done soon.
Yeah. Can you put a smile on that face, for Christ's sakes?
Act like you're enjoying it a little.
Yeah, please, for the love of God. Fake an orgasm. Do something. Lay there looking like you're reading the paper.
I'm sure they make Mormon porn.
Oh, I'm positive they make. There's a whole movie.
He knows about this.
That the guy Trey Parker did from South Park called Orgasmo, and he's a Mormon who does porn. It was a good movie.
You like him.
Watched it while robotripping with Jordan one time.
That's nice.
When we were like 16. We were just blasted on
Robitussin.
Well, we actually took triple C's, which is Coricidin, cold and cough. But it's the same dextromethorphan. It's the same.
That fucks him up.
It does fuck me up.
I've seen him on that.
Not recreationally.
No, literally just medicinally.
So I have some weird liver deal where the active ingredient in cough syrups fucking obliterates me.
Like he's on acid.
It takes me out of my body. Like if I take even the recommended dose gets me like trippy.
He can't even take half the recommended dose.
Yeah, I cut Mucinex. If I get sick and I need to take a Mucinex because it's no longer fun for me because I'm an adult, I had to cut it in half, and even then my pupils get like the whole size of my eyes.
Yeah,
I start doing crotch chops like I'm in DX, like Degeneration X for some reason. It takes me totally out of my body. But back then we did it for fun. And we watched that movie. We laid in bed together and just watched that movie and laughed. Well, he had passed out, and my mom, I had my learner's permit. He had literally fallen over, and we had to say he had a migraine, so he went to lay down in my room. Oh. My mom goes, "Can we get you anything?" All he had to say was no. He goes, "I'd love some ginger ale."
No.
We didn't have ginger ale. I had my learner's permit. Keep in mind, I'm tripping harder than Jordan, I believe, because...
Well, you have that deficiency.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I mean, he was tripping pretty fucking hard himself. Maybe he has it too. But, like, my mom's like, this is a good idea for you to... We need to get you hours for your logbook. So, go ahead.
She drove...
She fucking handed me keys, and I drove to the Wise right up here. The Wise Market's right up here. She sent me inside, and I was like, I must have been in there for what, it felt like hours. But then I came out, and she was like, "Oh, that was quick." And I was like, "Oh, fuck." She fucking double parked, too.
Oh,
it's the worst. It was the worst. And
did you get the ginger ale?
I did, and when we came back, gave him the ginger ale, and we laid on my bed and literally just stared at the movie Orgasmo, and we watched it like 3 times overnight. I did some crazy drug stories with him. I mean...
Poor Jordan.
Yeah. Oh my God. Just smoking spice back then.
Oh, spice.
Spice was disgusting. We smoked it so much when we were in high school, and then I probably did it like 50 times.
Oh my God.
Maybe there's some shit called Time Traveler 5000 that just used to make you.
Somehow
flip.
His brain is still functioning.
I know, it's crazy.
After all the drugs.
Yeah, we used to take acid. That was all back then. I don't do any of that shit anymore, but. Man, it was fun. I remember one time we took Coricidin cold and cough with Brandon at Brandon's house, and we literally walked in a circle in his basement laughing for like just
walking.
I swear to God, it was fucking tribal. Like it was like we weren't communicating with words. We were like, and we walked in a circle and looking at each other for like 20 minutes. It was crazy. It was insane.
That's funny.
And then I remember. I have that, that video that I had on my Facebook, like when we first, that was me in a green Hawaiian shirt, and I was like dancing, and I was saying Popeye dancing, Popeye dancing.
No.
Oh man, yeah, that was
no.
I
think night. You must have hid that from me.
Oh, we were
pretty
Popeye dancing, and then I go shakaka. And then it's
like Popeye the Sailor Man.
Yeah, I would like cross my ankles and hold my arms out and bounce up and down into the camera. I'll show it to you when we get up.
I need to see it.
Oh man, yeah.
Oh my God.
And then the one time, me and Jordan took acid, and we had just eaten the tabs. We were like 18, and we just ate the tabs, and like I'm starting to get the butterflies. And then my high school girlfriend calls me and breaks up with me over the phone and tells me that there's another guy she's fallen in love with. That was a rough trip, and I ended up throwing up because of a trailer that came on Adult Swim at like 3 a.m.
Yes.
For a show called The Heart She Holler.
It was scary.
Yeah, it was a pale lady who had blood coming out of her mouth
and black eyes.
Yep.
I remember it so clearly.
I became so nauseous that I threw up.
Right then and there.
Right then and there, and then we had a good night. So many drug stories, but. Those days are over. I haven't done any of that in a long time. Now I just like
the last time you did acid, it was with me.
Oh, yeah, but that was 10 years ago.
Oh.
It was Halloween in 2015.
It was like 7 years ago.
It was Halloween of 2015.
When we first started dating?
Yeah, it was like a month and a half after we started dating, Lauren. Yes, it was.
I can't imagine that.
Yeah. You had a bad time.
Yeah, because you had the saddest eyes I've ever seen.
Still do. With those big old sad puppy dog porn director eyes.
Sorry, that's what I meant. It's your eyes, the porn director eyes.
That's not a compliment.
Those baby blues.
Those big old, those BBBs, those big baby blues. This movie, guys. It's very depressing. Stuck in a cave. I mean, there's not much to talk about. We had to put an episode out, but this movie, we're watching it.
You picked the movie.
Yeah, because I read about The Thing this morning.
Well, I read about it forever ago.
I had another movie picked out for this morning, and then I read the story of this guy, and then...
You were like, oh, there's a movie about it.
Yeah, in the movie, people were being like, oh, it's like really anxiety-inducing.
It really was. I kept finding myself trying to wiggle my body as if I was like stuck in this cave and I was trying to get out.
Yeah. I didn't have that reaction.
Well, I also was violently high, so.
Yep. Yeah, she was doing dabs all morning. She looked over at me and said, I did a hot hit and I haven't been the same since. And then turned back to the television.
I recovered, though.
It was I hate that. A hot dab is the worst thing that can happen to you. It's disorienting.
You literally have to take it takes like 30 to 40 minutes to recover from that.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Your throat's scratchy, you're trying to clear it, you're coughing.
Do your ears ring? If I do too hot of a dab, my ears immediately start ringing. It's so disorienting.
Oh, no.
Oh.
That's fucking scary.
Well...
Your ears are ringing? Well, you don't do dabs anyway.
Not a lot, no. Actually, none. I haven't done a dab in like a year. But it used to be my primary mode of consumption for a couple years of my life there.
I love a good dab.
Back when we were buying it from the Russian mobster.
Who made it himself in his basement.
Who blasted it himself.
And it was damn good, let me tell you.
Scary. Sometimes he just had guns. Like, I'd be there.
And like the Russian mafia was there.
I don't know if they were Russian mafia, but like other unsavory people were there, and his house got raided shortly after we stopped going to him.
A cop followed him.
After a cop followed me,
yeah,
and we had dropped it off, thank God. But a cop followed us, me and my friend, and pulled us out of the car. He was really mean to us. He threw my ID and it hit me in my cheek. I'm just kidding. No, he just threw it. He was just such a dick. He threw our stuff in.
He was looking for something that wasn't there.
Mm-hmm. We had already...
Trying to catch him in a lie.
We had already moved it. And then this dumb fuck, he pulls us over, and then he asks us where we're going. Al gives him an answer. I'm sorry. My friend gives him an answer. Beep. I have to beep that out. My friend gives him an answer, and then he pulls me out of the car. After we all just sat there, he pulls me out of the car around to the back of the car and asks me the same questions, like he's going to catch me in a lie.
But like I just heard what he said.
I'm like, Al just told you. I mean, hey, my friend whose pseudonym is Al, his real name is not Al. His real name is... I won't even tell you his real name because it's none of your business, and I'm protecting his anonymity. So I'm like, hey, Al, fuck, dude. So he tells him the answers. The guy pulls me around the back of the car, and he's interrogating me. And he's like, bullshit. And I'm like, dude, I gave him the same answer. I said we were going to somebody's house to look at a slot machine or something. My friend was like, I can't tell this story without saying his name. My friend was like, we're going to my grandfather's to look at a slot machine, which is so specific. And then I said the same exact thing. He was like, yeah, bullshit. And I was like, no, that's what we're doing. And then he was like, okay.
Didn't he follow you guys?
No.
After you said, like, he asked where he
asked where we were going. He was like, where does he live? And he's like, a mile down the road. He's like, mm-hmm.
Yeah, because he thought that you were evading him by turning down this weird road.
Right, yeah.
But turns out...
Well, we were not headed to his grandfather's. We were evading him.
Yeah, I know.
But it became... Because we were driving, and as soon as he saw us, we passed each other. We were driving. As soon as he saw us, he flipped around.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, Al, fuck. I was like, hey, buddy, I think that cop just flipped around. I was like, oh, no, he definitely did. And Al was... Shit. I mean... I can't do it, dude. This is fucked up. He's gonna be pissed. He's a wholesome boy now. Yeah, that's not good. So anyways, he's stuck in a cave, and He's Mormon.
Hey, what was the song of the year or whatever?
2009?
Yeah, I want to know.
I'm going to guess Crank That Soldier Boy.
Okay. I don't think that's right.
Do you want to get
2009?
Yeah, I'm going to look that up.
Look it up.
I will right now. I'm going to go Thump Song 2009.
I don't think it's Crank That Soldier Boy.
Boom Boom Pow by the Black Eyed Peas.
Got that boom boom.
And then Poker Face by Lady Gaga. Just Dance by Lady Gaga. I Got a Feeling by the Black Eyed Peas.
Oh.
Right Round by Flo Rida.
Oh, yeah.
Is his name Florida?
No, he's from Florida, but it's Flo Rida. You spin my hair.
And Use Somebody by the Kings of Leon.
Oh, it's a good one. Classic.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. 2009. I mean, I was
2009
in 9th grade, and I was definitely cranking that Soldier Boy. Yeah, well, you're older than me. That's
You were cranking that Soldier Boy.
Yeah, there's
in 9th grade.
There's 3 things I know about.
What?
Is that you're older than me?
Yeah.
I was cranking that Soldier Boy all of 2009.
Okay.
I was cranking it so hard.
You should crank it right now. I'd love to see it.
And the poophole loophole is what I
You got the shocker?
I got the shocker going. That's 3 things.
That's 3 things.
You don't think I can crank that Soldier Boy?
No, I really... I know, I do think you can. I just would like to see it because in our 10 years of knowing and being in a relationship with one another, I've never seen that. I've never seen you do that.
Oh, you've seen me dance at weddings.
Yep, but I've never seen you crank the Soldier Boy.
Me and your dad steal the show to throw your hands up and shout. Oh, me and your dad were going nuts.
Very drunk.
So drunk. And then he drove...
He drove us a long way home. Yep.
Yeah, he did. And
no one else is gonna do it.
No, we had to stop in a parking lot and piss. Just him and I, just like shirts disheveled at like 2 a.m. in a parking lot, just pissing in an open parking lot.
There's probably security footage of that somewhere. You guys are banned from that building. They're like, if these people ever come back, don't let them in.
Oh man, good times. It's good times. No, Shout, and we danced to a bunch of songs that night.
Yeah,
but
that was a good wedding.
Yeah, I wish they would have played Jump by Van Halen, because that follows Shout real nice.
Okay.
All right. Shout! That's like a Mormon version. Soak!
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. Let's talk about something else. My Instagram, by the way, my Instagram algorithm on the Weed Cap has been fucked up because it follows a bunch of, not us, somebody that we follow on that page, like, personally, is constantly watching fucking sex advice videos, and it's like, liked by blank, loved by blank,
like
followed by blank.
We can see your likes,
we can see it, and
they're fucking up our free pages.
Yeah. Also, our Instagram is fucked, by the way. It's been suspended so many times.
Yeah. We're gonna be lucky if we keep it going.
Yeah, the Instagram is probably on its way out because they've suspended our page like
so many times.
6 times now.
We don't even know what we're doing.
No,
we're talking about a lot of coitus.
But... Yeah, because when you click it, it's just not there. I appeal it, they give it right back. They're like, "Hey, sorry, we got this one wrong." And I'm like, "Instagram, I will put you in a cave. I will put you in a cave."
John Jacobs or whatever.
Yes, never to soak again.
That's fucked up.
So,
rest in peace to that guy, though.
Oh god, one thing I want to go over real quick. So we watch a lot of movies, but we're moving to 2 episodes a week coming up. Mondays 4:20 a.m., Wednesdays 4:20 p.m. We watch these movies, but some movies you're like, oh, what are we going to talk about? And the answer is soaking and sex and all this stuff. So it's not good. So we're going to make an oath to not talk about dirty things anymore. And on Wednesdays, the Green Card Process podcast will be launching.
Yes.
And I've done extensive research into how to get green card. We also have a little bonus episode coming out here in a little bit going over our dear friend Edgar's past. I've been working on a biography for him. With him, he's been recounting his horrific life story to me. So I'm excited to drop that as well. So, yep, there he is. We have Edgar. He's sitting at the table with us, and
he's softer than you think.
He is softer. Yep. He's been hard before. I can promise you that.
I wasn't talking about that.
Anyways, guys, I am Caleb. With me, as always, is my fiance Lauren.
Here I am.
And we have this coming week. I got to work out all the logistics. We have a special guest coming on the podcast. The gentleman from Reviewing History.
Oh yeah, I'm so excited.
Yeah, Brian Rupert, very excited for that. He picked a fantastic.
It's been in the works for a while.
It's been in the works for like a month.
Yeah.
We have a very fantastic movie picked out, and I'm really excited for that episode. So that'll be dropping, if not this week, next week. But I think we're doing it this week, like this coming week. So that'll be out soon. I'm super excited for that. We're huge Reviewing History fans. I actually followed him because I'm a huge Tell 'em Steve Dave fan.
Yes.
I'm an ant. I'm a loyal ant. I'm a 4-colored demon. I have my membership card. So their show is Tell 'em Steve Dave adjacent. It's very, very good. If you like podcasts about film, you should listen to them because they're very funny.
Yeah.
And we're excited to have them on. So looking forward to that. And we hope you guys are enjoying the start of the holiday season because for us, Christmas starts the day after Halloween.
Oh, no, yesterday.
Yesterday, we're going to spend the rest of our day. I'm probably going to get plastered on eggnog and watch some...
We're going to listen to Christmas music. We're going to watch Christmas movies.
Elf,
we're going to...
Christmas Vacation. Jingle All the Way.
Halloween's coming down. Christmas is going up.
Christmas. I want you to put the word out that we back up.
We back up. I don't even care. You know, Thanksgiving is so late. We got to celebrate Christmas early.
Yep, that's right. And we will see you guys next week. God bless. Stay safe. Stay stoned. Watch movies. And so.
No, don't. Well, if that's your thing, you can.
Soak.